Can you guys hear me? You can hear me? I still can't hear anybody. Okay, I'm just gonna go on with it because I'm not hearing anybody. Okay. I wanted this to be interactive, but then if I can't hear anyone. It's just like, why? Let me start because I was hoping I could hear everybody. Okay. I really wanted to hear people. It's stressing me out. If you guys have any questions as I go along, just leave it in the chat, private chat. Oh, presenter mode. I wonder how I'm going to do that. I've done this before. Okay, I'm just going to start. If you guys have any questions as I go along, just send me a comment or leave it in the chat because this is it's ridiculous. I've used this app before, but I think maybe they've done different things to it. So let's see. Make sure. So my name is Dabs, for those who don't know me. I know both of you do, but I'm going to leave this live on, so whoever comes across this video, and I'm a certified trichologist with NHCG Trichology, and today I really wanted to talk about how us as hair restorative professionals, hair loss professionals, trichologists, how we can really leverage on our skill in 2023 to focus on the business aspect of hair restoration. Because for us to have the skill, you know, we could be very passionate and very into what we do, that we really abandon the business aspect. So are you guys hearing me? Just give me a thumbs up if you're hearing me. Okay, great. So I want to use this as an avenue for anyone who might be in that space of creating value, having skill, but not really honing in on your business acumen and leaving a lot of what they call it, money on the table. So what I did today was I said, let me put together something I'm calling like the business of hair restoration, right? Because every practice has a business. So let's start with the definition of hair restoration. Hair restoration is defined as the treatment of hair loss using healing procedures and treatment therapy, which can be subdivided into surgical or non-surgical. Okay, as I go along, if you have any questions, just leave in the comments or private chat so that I can help. So, surgical and non-surgical. As trichologists, we are offering mainly non-surgical therapies, which are mainly holistic based and given from the American Association of Drugless Practitioners. So that is defined. That is what we do. We help people dealing with hair loss and we give them remedies and therapies that are mostly holistic based. And even in the case of Samaria, who is a dietitian, more of even the 360 of the person, so the diet and the lifestyle and all of that stuff. So what I wanted to do, which I'm just so upset that I can't hear you guys, is I wanted us to create a client avatar together. Who is your client? Your client avatar is the person, the ideal client for you, the client that you know that once you bring any proposition, once you create any service, you know they're on your chair today. Having a client avatar is going to help you really hone in on how to cater to that person, right? So the kind of questions you'll be asking when you're creating your client avatar are, what is the gender of your client, right? What is the age of your client? So I'm upset. What can you put in your comments? Usually, what are the type of people that come to your chair? What's the gender of your client? Are they female? Are they male? Are they children? Are they I know it's mainly female, so who am I kidding? But yes, so for me, most of my clients are women. I've seen a few men, and I would say middle-aged, balding, private chat. Okay, someone female, yes. So mainly female are our clientele. The next question is, what's the age of your clients? How old is your client? Usually, what is the age group? I find that most of my clients you see 25 to 55. Okay, 25 is pretty young. I do see 25 for more of like maybe dandruff and buildup, but for hair loss is usually, yes, that middle age from like 30 to 60. Okay, so a large number of my clients are in that 40, 45 to 60 range. Okay, so what is the occupation of your clients? What type of things are your clients doing? Desk jobs? Are they in the hospital doing nursing? Are your clients in what? Who is the client? What type of job is your client doing? So I just got off speaking to one of my new trainees, and she said her clients are mainly professionals, lawyers, doctors, a judge is one of her clients. So when you're able to know, so someone said healthcare and office, yes. When you're able to know where your clients reside, then you'll be able to know how to find your client. Hi, Tracy. I'm glad to have you on. The audio is whack, so I can't hear you. So if you have any comments, just leave it in the comment section. Yeah, thank you for joining. So we're creating our client avatar now. We're trying to envision who our ideal client is for 2023, okay? So we've gone through the gender of our clients. Most of us say it's female. Then the age of our clients, we're saying it's between anything from 20, 25, 30 to 60. Then we're saying the occupation of our clients Barbara said it's healthcare and office. I see a lot of nurses. I see a lot of teachers. I see quite a few, like not even like stay at home, just like entrepreneurs, people that are running their own business. Um, then you say, does your client have children? You see, that plays a factor in whether your client has been through, childbirth and dealt with postpartum shedding, and whether your client is going through, any kind of menopause, how stressed your client is. That's where you start to consider if your client has children or not. So a large number of my clients do have children, and actually a large number of them are going through menopause. So that's something to consider. Does your client travel? So how do you consider travel? So if your client is traveling, how often are they coming to see you? So that's one of the things you need to consider when you're looking at your client's avatar. If they're traveling, and maybe they're traveling every month in every month of the year or whatever. So you start looking at how can I cater to them so that I'm creating services that once they come, they definitely come back to my chair and get them and get them in between their travels. Then another thing is, what's the tax bracket of your client? You have to consider that when you are pricing. You don't want to be pricing out of your client's tax bracket. For most of my clients, as I said, teachers, healthcare. It depends on the who the person is, if they have kids or not. But you have to consider what type of price will be comfortable for them to pay without you having to chase them up. Then another thing I put there was, yes, how often will you be servicing your clients? For you guys that are have practices, how often are you seeing that your clients are coming back to your chair? Are they coming every month, twice a month? Are they coming weekly? Wow, okay. You see clients every week? I'll be exhausted. Okay. Okay. So weekly. Okay. So with weekly, I would think that you've put package together so that it's concise and it's not like a drawn out process of, I know what you do is slightly more, is different. Samara, can you tell them what you are so that they could know you better, even if we're all in the comments? Okay, weekly for only a short period of time. Okay. What kind of service are they getting in that short period of time? Is it So Samara is a registered dietitian and trichologist. And so that means she's offering a slight variation of what's like a trichologist stylist will be offering. If they're coming, I'm sure they're probably maybe going over a regimen with her. Maybe she's giving them products, recommendations, going over their diets, that type of thing. I see most of my clients monthly and some of them twice a month. I think that's the most I want to see them. But I want to be able to empower my clients to do their own hair care. So Samara does nutrition, counseling, treatments to get them started. Okay. So I can see how, if you're really trying to change people's mindsets on their diet, I can see how you might need to see them weekly for a period of time and then maybe wean them off later on. But I see most of my clients monthly, and then some of them will come twice a month and they will do like an intensive therapy that I've put together. So the last thing is, yes, will this client use products at home? I know Tracy has a brand, so she definitely will be sending her products with her clients back home. And that is a very good way of almost like being in charge of your clients' whole therapy, because it's like if they come to you, they see you, and then they go off and they use whatever off the shelf product that they want to use to maintain the hair, and it sets them back. It's very disappointing. So I like the strategy, which I also adopted, of having products so that your clients can also, products, you're in charge of the ingredients, you're in charge of the production and the quality, so that they can also use those products, and you're sure of what they're using, basically. And then style choice. What style choice does your client prefer? I would love to ask Barbara. Barbara, what style choice are your clients getting? I know you're in a car, so I'm hoping I'm not making you putting you in danger. Micro links. Wow. Okay. So micro links are not, are they protective? Micro links are more like, they're more trending right now. Yeah, they're not protective. So if someone's dealing with hair loss, is like the last style that I would ever recommend to someone, because then they have to hook all those things on, like their fragile follicles and all of that. So I'm guessing if you're probably not seeing a lot of hair loss clients at the moment, or if you are, you're not offering micro links, because that would be almost like setting them back. Okay, silk presses. Okay. So you're dealing with, straight hair. Do you do any natural styling? Samira, do you do any styling? I know you were in beauty school at one point. Are you done yet? Do any styling? Okay. And I know, Tracy, I think you do natural styles. Do you? Yeah, natural styles. Okay. Finish with school. Okay, congrats. Okay, so with the ones with hair loss, you do natural styling and twist outs. Okay, so I do illusion crochet. I'm sure you guys have seen that. I find that it's, just something cute for in between treatments, especially when they don't want to wear their wigs and they want to go on vacation, they want to swim. So the illusion crochet helps me do that. Simple natural styles. All right. So we've created this client avatar, right? So if you know your client is female, your client is a nurse, or, is stressful, under is stressful, you make hair units. Awesome. That's great. You know your client is, under some kind of stressful occupation. You know your client has children, your client travels. You want to create services that will be able to accommodate all of these things that is going on with your client. So I'm going to move to the next slide, which is an interesting take on what I'm doing. So I asked, why should clients see trichologists when there are dermatologists? What is our purpose? Why are we in this space when they could go to see a dermatologist? Now, I wrote down comments that my clients have given me based on why they came to me, even after seeing a dermatologist. Now, I am not diminishing the value of a dermatologist. They have their role to play, and they play an excellent role, in that space. But then when it comes to hair loss, the trichologist has certain roles to play that I'm going to share right now. So one of the comments my client said was, my dermatologist came in for 2 minutes, didn't even look at my hair, and prescribed some shots. Okay, so in the examination room, okay, this is what is going on. You're just going to get some steroid shots and out. Okay. Another comment was, when I went to my derm, they just said to go home and stop wearing wigs because that's the cause of my hair loss. And I have not worn a wig for over 5 years. So imagine you went to a dermatologist and they say, you caused this because you're wearing a wig. And you're like, I have not even worn a wig for 5 years. And that's exactly how my client felt. Another comment was, do you know how much my derm was going to charge me for a micro needling session? Okay. So this client was like, she was all in for the micro needling until she heard the price and she ran out of there. So that is a comment. Let me see if I can see the other one because it's like hiding them. What did I write there? See, I can't even find it. Let me see if I can find it from my own side. Let me see. Oh, yeah. So the client said, I believe in holistic healing and would rather use natural remedies than steroids and drugs. So what am I trying to build here? I'm trying to build something called a competitive advantage. Do you know what that means? Who knows what a competitive advantage means? And I'm not even trying to compete with dermatologists because this live is going to go on on YouTube. And I don't want to be attacked, but I'm trying to say we have a role, they have a role, and it's clearly evident when you hear your clients telling you, you know, oh my God, you mean you spent like 1 hour talking about my hair? I've never had someone spend 1 hour talking about my hair. They just look at the hair and they just bounce. So, or when you hear someone saying, oh my goodness, you know, you mean you're going to actually examine it with the trichoscope and you're going to give me a regimen and give me products? Wow. So a competitive advantage is what we're going to define now. It is when a business gives a competitive advantage is anything that gives a business or a company an edge over its competitors, helping them attract more customers and grow market share. Okay, so it's anything that will give you an edge over your competitors. As I said earlier, dermatologists are not necessarily our competitors, but they definitely are people that our clients are going to. And so because there are people our clients are going to, we're kind of in the same space when it comes to hair loss. So what will give us that edge? What will make us clients attracted to us, and what will grow our market share? What will make people reckon with trichologists? Because some people actually don't reckon with us, and we're working. Some people really just think, you know, whatever, this is just a hairstylist, but there is a difference. And these are the three factors that will make you stand out, will make you have a competitive advantage in 2023. And we're going to go over those three factors. I really wish I could hear you guys talking because it would have been much more interesting for me. But anyways, so the three factors, are you guys still on? Is everyone still on somehow, some way? Yes? Okay. Thumbs up. You guys hear me? Oh, okay. Okay. So first thing is the cost advantage. Cost advantage is producing a product or providing a service at a lower cost than your competitors. So where a dermatologist is charging $800 or $1,000 for micro needling, you're able to give your clients that service at a more cost-effective, price. Who are they going to go to? So that's cost advantage. Offer advantage is when you differentiate a product by adding features that are highly valued by customers. So one of the features is, so you're not just going to come and look at my scalp and I go with my dirty scalp. You're going to actually come and look at my scalp and shampoo my scalp. Sign me up. That is an offer advantage when you're able to give your clients more value than something that they really value and you add it to them. Then you have the niche advantage. The niche advantage is when you're serving a specific segment of the market. So we're dealing specifically with people with hair and scalp issues. That is niching ourselves. That gives you an advantage instead of having to do every single thing that, concerns hair. You're able to niche yourself and price accordingly. So let's go over cost advantage real quickly. What is your pricing strategy? What is your pricing strategy for 2023? These are the three scenarios I created. Do you price high so you attract a certain type of clientele? So, it's not everybody that can afford you, okay? So you decide, I'm going to price high so that I can attract only people that can pay. Or do you charge in lump sums so you can get money up front for a period of time? So instead of saying, let me let clients book as is, let me just package this thing into a lump sum for the next 3 months and know I've been paid for 3 months upfront. And you have like 20 clients that have paid you 3 months, and this is how much I've made in 3 months. That is a strategy. Then there's another strategy. Do you charge per visit with irresistible add-ons to increase the price point perceived value? So now that's another interesting one to do, which is what I do. You do it? Great. So that one works because you feel like, oh, will my client? No, by the time they see that add-on, the attraction is so irresistible that I'm in, I lock in. Sometimes when they see the lump sum, they're like, oh my God, I have to pay what? $2,000 for 3 months? But if you broke that let me say $3,000 for 3 months, and you broke it 1,000 per month, right? And in that 1,000 per month, you even broke it further down to 250 per week or whatever. And then you said add-on of, maybe an extra scalp massage, blah, 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 for 50, for 80, for this. They might end up paying, instead of 250 a week, they might end up paying 280 or even 300, and they won't even notice it because you've given them this irresistible add-on perceived value. And that's going to our next slide. Perceived value versus actual value. We're going on deep into pricing now. So there's the perceived value versus the actual value. The actual value is what your service is actually worth. By the time you take into consideration the cost of the goods, the time, the utilities, the staff, everything, just take that into consideration. That is the actual value. Then, of course, put in, whatever charge you want to put. But that is the actual value. By the time you take into consideration the cost, without any outside expectations from the consumer or seller. Now, the perceived and intangible value is when you make your customers think that the product, which is actually you make your customers think of the value. So the value is what consumers think the product is actually worth. You, the seller, gets to decide how much worth you will put on your skill, how much worth you put on your expertise, your continued education, your branding. So perceived is intangible, okay? Nobody can tell you, if you believe you're worth $1 million, nobody can tell you you're not worth $1 million. This is what you believe you're worth. And this is how you approach your business. And you say, this is all the skill I've put into my business, all the expertise, all the branding. If you guys have any questions as we go along, please put in the comments, because obviously I'm just going on. But so when you look at perceived value versus actual value, you can now find a nice cushion, a nice midway, and create a pricing strategy for your business in 2023. What is that strategy going to look like? How will you be able to marry your actual value and your perceived value and give your clients? It takes you back to the beginning of your client's avatar. It's the type of client that you already should know, the type of client you're going to have that will pay the price you want to charge. And then we have the offer advantage, which is, what differentiates you? What offer do you have? For instance, privacy is one of the big things for our clients dealing with hair loss. So are they coming to an open floor salon where everybody can see their bald spots and they're feeling embarrassed? Or have you created a space that is private, that is intimate, that is respectful, and they know that, oh yes, I can feel vulnerable and open up here? How about time? Are they coming and sitting for 2 hours without you even as much as saying hi and offering them a bottle of water? Or, are they on time? Are you on time with the schedule? How about snacks? How about parking lots? Some people will not come to your space just because it's so hard to park in the first place. Those are the type of things that you want to consider with offer advantage. So in case you're marketing now and you want to market to brand new people, they never knew you, they never met you, the offer advantage is what you will use to market. Oh, we have a private suite with no interruption, with, blah, blah, blah. And then we give you snacks, or we are on time and our parking lot space is allocated to just you. Those are the offer advantages that will make somebody who has never heard of you, who never even, considered you, start to look at coming to you. Okay, so that's the offer advantage. Then we have the niche advantage. The niche advantage is what we are doing. We're serving a specific segment of women or people who are dealing with hair loss. As trichologists, we already have that advantage, carving out from the hair care space. The hair care space is vast. There's people doing hair extensions. There's people doing microlinks, braiding, hair pieces. Now we've carved out a niche for ourselves that we want to deal with people who are disadvantaged in the hair department, who are dealing with hair loss. And we've carved out our niche and we're able to serve those people. That is already an advantage. That will make someone who has alopecia come to you first before she goes to any other hairstylist, because you have the niche advantage. So I wanted to go over these business growth strategies for us to consider in 2023. I think I have, 2 more slides left. So we're about to round up. So if you have any questions, just think about the questions. We're going to address them at the end of these 2 slides. So business growth strategies to consider for 2023. One of them is encouraging teamwork and collaboration with other trichologists, which is what I'm doing and what I'm very intentional about the people I reached out to today, because I believe you guys have the passion, you guys have similar goals in mind, and we can really, really push each other to do the best we can in this year for our clients. So supporting each other online, recommending out-of-state inquiries to other professionals. I know Samaria is in Memphis, I think. So obviously I can't cater to people in Memphis. If someone reaches out to me and she's like, I'm in Memphis, I don't know what to do, I send her to you. So that type of back-to-back support is very, very good in building everybody up together. And like, for instance, if you create a post on social media and it's of value, it's something that you can share, I can share, you can share my post. Those type of collaborations are really good for growth, because you never know who's going to come across you through another person's page. Another thing is external partnerships. So I know I did some digging at dermatologists today, but listen, I reach out to dermatologists. I do have a few in my repertoire that I work with, that I respect, that I send my clients to. So reaching out to dermatologists, nutritionists like Samaria is, a dietitian, hairstylists who are in the field of meeting women who need our services. You can create a mutually beneficial, partnership with them. Maybe something where, they give you a percentage, you give them a percentage. All those type of things really, at the end of the day, will help you grow in your business. Then we talk about innovation. There are new therapies to explore. If you invest in continued education, you see that almost every single month, there's something out there. There's someone out there trying to do something. So continued education is something we should invest in to grow in 2023. I asked the question, what conference are you attending this year? Any of you attending any conferences this year? I know I have a few. I'm like, I know Samaria went to the World World Society, Trichology Society or something, WTS conference last year. I really wanted to go for that one. So you're attending a conference. Anyway, so conferences are a big way to connect. Not yet, but would love to. Okay. They're a big way to network. I think it was even through that conference I saw the Pharma Hermetics brand, and then I reached out to them, and then we networked. So to grow, you definitely need continued education. Then social media marketing. Oh my goodness, huge. So one thing I have noticed is a lot of us are sharing. Like, I even have to do that a lot. Or you love to find some. Okay, so if I find any conferences happening, I'll send them your way. But a lot of people are doing social media posts without that call to action. So even me, I have to consciously tell myself, you have to tell them, schedule, or, because you're just so excited to share your work and you're like, oh, this is what I did. I'm helping women, blah, blah, blah. And then you leave it there. No, they need to know, okay, so this is how you are going to be able to reach me if you need my services. You have to give a call to action. You have to tell them what to do. You have to make it easy for them to find how to connect with you. So that's one thing what we should be focusing on with social media in 2023. It's great to put out your posts. It's great to share your work you're doing. But if you don't have that call to action, you might be missing out on clients. Then I said streamline existing customer relationship, because honestly, they are the lifeline of our business. Like, new clients are great, they're amazing, but an old loyal client that you see every single month is unbeatable. Like, I love my consistent clients because they just have almost giving you their hair on a platter and said, take care of my hair for me. And they're very loyal and very, very straightforward. So you know exactly what they're coming in for. There's no drama. So you have to be able to take care of those clients. Those clients, whether you like it or not, are the ones that will refer you. Word of mouth is still the best form of advertising. So if you want people to find you, to reckon with you, to give a good word out there for you, they are your existing clients. So how do you take care of them? You check in with them. Your post care processes should be very clear and very intentional. You should be able to, pick up the phone, and I don't even wait. I try and do a newsletter, which is like official. But so to be honest, if a client crosses my mind and I'm like, I wonder how she's doing, I will reach out to her. And I don't really put too much of a division between me and my clients, because I feel like it should be one big, family. I'm helping you, you're helping me, and we're all helping each other. So that is that. Those are my top tips for growth strategies for 2023. If you guys have any other growth strategies, okay, I'm giving you my spiel. Do you have any growth strategies that you have considered for 2023 that we might benefit from? Let me know in the comments. Okay, so while you think of your growth strategies, because I'm going to ask again, let's do the last slide. The last slide is hair restorative trends to look out for in 2023. Okay, as I said, things are happening, changes are happening, people are finding solutions, people are out there researching. So one of the ones I saw was the exosome therapy and growth factors. And a lot of us are really interested in that. A lot of people are hopping on the growth factors, including myself, the growth factors bandwagon. And it's because of how they're sourced. Like, they are stem cells, they are natural, they are safe. They're not like minoxidil that, has side effects. Well, some of them do. So let me read my spiel. So this therapy helps regenerate and regrow hair as this is, I think, a restorative treatment for hair loss for both men and women in earlier stages of hair loss. And I think this is where some people miss the mark. In really early stages, We're not talking someone who has dealt with hair loss for 20 years, hoping that growth factors will come and now open up closed follicles. It doesn't work that way. So, earlier stages of hair loss. The caveat, though, is that critics say that these exosomes require maintenance. Oh, so it's almost like minoxidil. But the thing is, minoxidil is when you stop, your hair falls out. So okay. So I did my research and I think I saw that when you stop this, your hair might fall out too. So we're still looking at them. That's why I call them trends. They're trends in 2023 to look out for. You don't necessarily have to do them. You can just keep your ears open for them and research about them and see how you can incorporate them. You know, with PRP, which is one of the ways that these growth factors are administered, we can't administer PRP as trichologists. I think you have to be a registered nurse or gone through some kind of in the medical field. And we're not. We're drugless practitioners. So, you know, if you partner with someone who has that skill and you're working together with them, and that's why I say I have dermatologists in my repertoire, because I do partner with them to send my clients to them and, you know, back and forth. So another thing we need to look out for in 2023, oh my goodness, infrared red light therapy. Infrared light therapy. This is when manufacturers are looking for how to adapt this technology. It's a technology using red light therapy, right? But now it's like it's coming in caps, it's coming as wands, it's coming as massages, coming as combs. More and more research is going into this type of therapy to where, you know, you should be looking at it as a way to help your clients with that after at home care, because it's one thing to administer the therapy in your practice. It's another thing to follow up and make sure that they're also doing it for long lasting results. So I'm sure if you guys were on my page, you saw I found a new one called InfraGrow follicle accelerator, and it's like an infrared massager brush. And oh my goodness, you put the serum in and you work it into your scalp. So I love that one. And I'm also, you know, researching on how infrared can really help. It helps with inflammation and it helps with, you know, scalp sensitivity. So infrared is amazing and it's something that we should be looking out for in 2023. Supplementation is another thing. You know, we have different supplements that are out there. Look out for the ones that are just pure supplements, not filled with fillers and all sorts of things in there. So there are a bunch of them out there, but I'm still, you know, on the fence. But right now, I do recommend the Viviscool Pro because I'm working with that company, Viviscool. You know, they're using something it's like a marine complex. So it's almost close to CMOS. I wrote CMOS there. CMOS still on the list for supplements this year? I would say yes. A lot of people are still taking CMOS and seeing the benefits. It still has the 92 minerals that our body needs. Finding a reliable brand, though, is the issue. You know, I don't know. I can't really vouch for any brand. The one lady I was ordering from, you know, she basically made it out of her house. So I really don't have any brands that are, and I'm hoping and I'm sure that by the end of 2023, we might have like CMOS brands in Walmart or HEB or wherever shopping grocery places that you go to. So, or Amazon. So be on the lookout for that. Lastly is the hair transplanting and cloning. Has anybody here heard about hair cloning? Is anybody still on this live? I know you guys are, but it's just like super quiet. Has anyone heard about hair cloning? Oh, you're here. Okay, thank you. So let me just say what hair cloning is. No, you haven't? No, you haven't heard about hair cloning. So hair transplanting and cloning. This is now like next level stuff. This is the big boys. So a hair transplant is usually done by a surgeon, and the interesting part of it is they always recommend aftercare. Always. For best lasting results, they always say get some micro needling done, get some PRP done. Aftercare is huge for hair transplants. So what does that tell you? That tells you that we have a role to play when it comes to even down to even shampooing the hair. Someone who has done a transplant needs to know how to handle their hair post transplant. So that's where a trichologist can come in, and you can create a package, for people who have dealt with transplants or who are going through transplant, and you present it to your local dermatologist. I say, this is what I have to offer your clients at this price. Hair cloning is now next level. They're taking samples of people's hair and taking it at the germinative stage, and they're basically multiplying it outside of the body, almost like an IVF process for babies, and they are now reimplanting it. I know someone in Houston that is offering this. So you want to be in the know, because as they are doing all these crazy things, we will have to be there to help people. We will have to be there to create services to kind of supplement and complement these things that they are doing. So that's why I'm always researching to see what's the new thing that's out there. So these are the new things that we should be looking out for in 2023: exosomes, growth factors, infrared therapy, supplements, and hair transplanting and cloning. And my summary, because I've been talking. 2023 has just begun. So let's face the year head on. Let's lead with positivity, support each other, and serve our clients to the best of our abilities. I think that's a good way to summarize this. Do you guys have any questions as I round up? I'm just going to scroll through the slides one more time. Do you have questions on creating your client's avatar? Do you have questions on our competitive advantage as trichologists, whether it be the cost advantage, whether it be offer advantage, perceived value versus actual value? Are you charging too little? Are you charging too much? Every year I've seen that I've had to review my prices, because I'll just be like, not quite adding up. And none of my clients notice. I've never had one client say, oh, did you increase your price for consultation? Or did you increase your price for microneedling? They just value what I bring to the table and pay. So that is, let me see. I just said no. So of offer advantage. So that's the offer advantage that I'm talking about. And then we have the niche advantage. And then we have, which we'll always have. And then we have growth strategies. Do you have any questions on growth strategies? Going. You tune in late, you watch the replay. Okay, great. Yes, watch the replay. Let me know if you have any questions. There's a link in the caption that you can use to get in touch with me. As I said, I wasn't really planning on. I'm trying to do these maybe once a month. I'm not trying to use this as any kind of marketing ploy for these. If I'm going to market, I'm just going to go out and be like, this is what I have to offer. So whenever we come for these type of things, it will never be about like, buy my this or get my that. I'm just going to bring value, and, we can glean off of each other. And if you want more assistance or you need more information, then you can use the links that I will be leaving. Oh, you had a doctor's appointment? Oh, okay. So the replay is on and is going to stay on. and you can watch, and you can definitely reach out, connect with me, Barbara. I think I have shared enough. If you guys don't have any further questions, I would like to thank you for joining my live. I hope to do this at least once a month. Hold me accountable. If you haven't seen me send you an invite in February, you'll be like, Dabs. And then thank you so much, Barbara. I appreciate you too. And then we can connect and build this industry we love so much. So I look forward to hearing from you guys. Thank you once again for joining. And I'll see you guys, I guess, in my DMs or my email. Thank you, Tracy. All right, guys. So take care. Bye.